I'm here to assist you with all your test equipment needs, from multimeters and test weights to patient simulators and x-ray analyzers. If you need guidance or you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write me at jbarber@bcgroupinternational.com. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Better Biomed. Folks, today I've got a new piece of kit that I'm going to show to you guys. But first, let's go over my old piece of kit. Now, this one here is a 511 brand Mission Ready. It's a luggage. I believe this one's 90 liters. And I have flown all over the country with this guy. I honestly can't think of a single airport that I haven't been to without this. I'm talking 50, 60 flights, maybe more. Over the past 3 years, this guy has gone with me everywhere. And, you know, the thing is, you can tell right here, one of its biggest problems is the fact that it is a semi-rigid luggage and that there's carbon fiber rods that comprise the frame of this thing. And in doing so, it has created some weak spots, although it has saved some weight, which we'll go into in a minute. But let's go ahead and talk about this guy. It has wheels. It has the ability to be carted along. It's got an expandable handle. All in all, it's a fantastic luggage. But TSA, being TSA, they like to booger things up. And one of the things that they like to mess with is throwing your luggage around. And you can see right here, one of the rigid panels down at the end, it has kind of worn through the fabric. And, oh, that just frustrates me. You know, because I do generally take care of my things. And that just really kind of pisses me off. It has spaces for morale patches. It has a spot for a business card. It's got all these pouches, which is fantastic. However, you have to remember, this is a 90 liter. It's not that big. However, it can fill up very quickly. And when you do so, you know, you're only talking, you got 40 to 50 pounds, depending on the airline that you're flying with. It's so easy to fill that up. So, it's got a pretty good carrying handle on the top. I use it very frequently. I often place my airline tickets, copies of them or whatever, right here in the top, so everybody knows what luggage belongs to me. TSA has managed to booger up one of my, I believe these are YKK zippers. Yeah, they are. So these are some of the best zippers that you can get in the market. You see how this one's bent right over. TSA, being TSA. It's got this large upper pocket, and this large upper pocket is pretty good for things like dirty clothes and whatnot. And then when you go into the main compartment, you have a flap under here. You got a flap right here, which actually goes to the top of the bag. I guess it's useful. You got some little retainers right here, these hooks, so you can roll up the inside flaps and retain them. Again, I guess that's usable. And then we get into the large interior compartment, which does have some straps and hold downs so you can compress your things a little bit. But with this being a semi-rigid bag, it's fantastic for packing clothes and maybe even some gifts and whatnot. But when it comes to things like I need, where it's going to be more delicate, these rods right here just generally do not hold up. You can see they've pounded through the little end caps that are supposed to protect the bag, and they have these little slots that they fit into, and that is your frame. However, these corner pockets are horrible. They pop out all the time. You can see that both of these are popped out, and I didn't do anything special to make those pop out, but those comprise your frame, and that gives the top side structure. Inside, we have a plastic frame there. We have the two end caps. All in all, it's a fantastic bag. It has served me for many years. But the thing is if you are going to use a semi-rigid bag like that, and let's say you want to fly with a camera, because the bag is semi-soft, I have to have a sub bag with a lizard. Look at that, with a lizard. Where'd you come from, little buddy? I got a little lizard in my bag. All right. I'm going to have to set you outside. Hold on, folks. As I was saying, pre-lizard, if I'm flying with delicate electronics, like one of my camera kits, I have to take one of these sub bags, which is maybe a good thing to do anyway. However, you can tell that this takes a lot of extra space and it adds weight. the bag alone is going to add a pound to 2 pounds. Remember, you only have 40 to 50 pounds for your first check bag. And check bags can be very expensive. So if I'm going to take a camera like this, I have to include it in its bag. And if I'm going to take a gimbal, something like this, then if I'm going to take a gimbal, I also have to include this bag. And I am very close to 40 pounds, probably with just a couple of these. So that's why I've been trying to convert over to using lighter and lighter gear. However, even with a phone recording, I'm going to suffer a little bit in quality, maybe in audio, because you just can't have a substitute for top-notch gear. So if I'm going to take top-notch gear, in that bag, I need to include the cases, which is why I have come up with a solution that I'm hoping is going to solve many of these problems going forward. Now, I'm also experimenting with this bag for other purposes, and I am talking about the Pelican 1615. This is their Air version. It's 40% lighter than the original Pelican cases. This bag does not suffer from many of the problems that traditional cases suffer, and including luggage. Let's get right into it. Let's open it up. I have not seen this one yet. Hopefully it's not pink. Boy, let's do it on video. If it's pink, right? Okay, and this guy. It's actually not that heavy. I'm kind of surprised. Yes. Don't you love it when you actually get what you pay for? No surprises. Wow, that case is surprisingly light. Man, I've used Pelican cases for the military. I've used them for filming. And they are normally very, very heavy. And this one here has got the same rigidity. I'm very surprised. I could definitely stand on this. Not a question. Probably not recommended. It's smooth. It's probably somewhat slippery. But it is a luggage from Pelican. Now, this one here has 5 different latches. They have the 2-stage latches, so you gotta depress the middle, and then you lift. I dig that it comes with the orange, so it's a bicolor case. Gonna make it easier to figure out which one's mine, plus I'll have my stickers on it. And then when we get into the interior, I chose the one that comes without any foam. It's got a large cavity, so I can build up my foam, and I can go ahead and have all my electronics and stuff in here, and I don't need their cases. Part of the reason is because we have a frame, we have structure. The other reason is because we have a lip seal that makes this a watertight case, so it's not affected by the weather. So that is one reason why I do not need to include a sub case. That's going to make it so much easier. That right there is so much weight. This guy's going to save me so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it so my camera, so my gimbal, maybe my audio gear, and then my clothes down here. And that's it. And I'm good to go. But I'm going to be maybe sharing this case, maybe some of the other Air cases in the future. I've got some other uses for it. Going to experiment. Man, it's such a beautiful case. Look how easy that is. The compact down. Got a carrying handle right here that pops out. Got a carrying handle here that also pops out. Got latching spots for here and for here for a lock, probably a TSA lock, probably. I have a business card holder right here, which can move down to the end cap, or it can be right here. Fantastic. It's a rigid business card holder. I really dig that because the softer ones tend to get ripped off. Yeah, hinges all the way around. I dig it. And the carrying handle / rolling handle, it's got a little flap you pull out, and it's actually pretty rigid. So if you want to edit this case and make it shorter, all you gotta do is take a Dremel and cut out some grooves for that positive latch right there to activate. Man, I dig it. So that's the Pelican 1615. You can order these with custom colors. This is going to give me the security and stability that I really need to transport thousands of dollars worth of electronics. Make sure it's all safe and it's going to arrive in one piece. There you have it, folks. That's the 511 versus the Pelican 1615 Air. I dig the Pelican.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with what you'd like to see in future videos.